Hi, everyone. It's Alexis Hasselberger here, time management and productivity coach. Well, we're still in a pandemic and the world is literally burning. So, I want to talk about what we can do to have some control when everything feels completely out of control, totally uncontrollable. And it can be easy to feel like we just want to throw in the towel and do nothing at all and maybe cry on the floor of the bathroom. So there's been a kind of I've been calling it my COVID mantra. It's something that's been getting me through, this year in what is constantly changing circumstances where things just keep going wrong after keep going wrong, et cetera. And so here it is. It is 4 steps: communicate, experiment, iterate, repeat, right? So, first thing is we need to be talking to those around us, right? We are social creatures. Some of us are at home all alone. Some of us are, we haven't had a moment to ourselves in the last 6 months. But whatever your situation, reach out to those around you, whether that's physically or not, and communicate. Ask 3 questions. You can ask these every single day. You can ask these of your family. You can ask these of your friends. You can ask these on your team at work. And there are 3 simple questions that will really help to get the conversation started about what we can control, what we can't, how we can make things better. So these are the 3 questions. First one: what is working well right now, right? There's got to be something. We got to find it. We want to double down on what that is. Maybe it's just that you're getting some time to read every day, right? Great. Whatever it is, we want to double down on what's working well. Maybe we're having family dinners with our family, and that's great. Maybe, in our teams, we're talking about, we're doing some little chit chat at the beginning of our meetings, and that's working really well for us. Whatever it is, what's working well, identify it so that we can double down on the things that are going well, even if they're few and far between. Then, second, we want to ask, what's not going so well? And this is a question that can be hard to ask because sometimes we don't want to know the answer to what's not going so well. Sometimes it can feel too big to talk about. Sometimes it can feel uncomfortable to talk about. But that's why it's important to talk about it. We want to normalize talking about what's not going so well. We want to get it out in the open in advance before it turns into something big, whether that's in our family lives or in our work situations or with our friends, et cetera. So what's not going so well? Let's get it out on the table so that then we can actually do something about it. And then the third question leads us to the next step of the process. So the third question is, what can we try to make what's not going so well work a little bit better, right? We're not saying we have the solution. We're just saying, what can we try? Can we try something that might help, right? We don't know if it's going to help. Maybe, right? So then we've got to experiment. These ideas that we've surfaced about things we can try, let's try one of them. Let's experiment with it. Maybe for a week, maybe 2, maybe for just a day. Let's experiment. Let's see how it goes, right? Then we want to iterate. Did that go well? Did it help? Did it not help? Would it be helpful if we iterated a little bit, if we tweaked it a little bit, right? What's going on now? And then we want to repeat this whole process, right? We want to be asking these questions all the time. We want to be communicating and saying, okay, great. So we've improved this a little bit. Can we improve it more? What's going really well now? Are there things that we can share with other people about what's going really well? What's still not going well? Or have there been new things that popped up that are not going so well? Keep talking about it. Keep experimenting. Keep iterating. We are not aiming to solve all the problems here. We're just aiming for continual incremental improvement. And in a time like 2020, where literally things are changing all of the time and we don't have control over much, this is a way for us to sort of exert a little bit of control over our sphere of influence, to feel a little bit better about having agency in our own environments by making small changes. And because we're not making huge changes, we're able to pivot a little bit more easily. So when something crazy happens again, I don't even want to speculate on what might happen, but we're able to then pivot a little bit, do more experimentations, try out little things, and just get better day after day after day, whether that's in our own personal lives, whether that's with our families or our friends, or whether that's in a work environment. So I hope that you can use this framework. My challenge to you is to ask those 3 questions in whatever group situations you're a part of, or even just to yourself, to ask yourself, what's working well? What's not working so well? What can I try to help out with what's not working so well? So that you can too use this mantra of communicate, experiment, iterate, repeat. All right, see you soon.